Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. And our exam is nearing. I think you all are preparing for the exam, isn't it? 12 lessons available. The 12th lesson only I am going to complete. In the next class I will complete. That in the last class. Okay. So I think you might have understood how to do the problem. Whether we have the intersection class during the exam days, I don't know. If it is there, then if you have any doubt, you can ask me, I will clear it. Okay, now let us learn the profit and loss account. So what is profit and loss account? From this profit and loss account, we can find out either the profit or loss of the business. That means the performance of the business we can calculate. Here already we have learned one account, that is trading account, isn't it? So this trading account and this profit and loss account both are nominal account. Okay, what is the rule for nominal account? Debit all expense and loss and credit all income and gain. Okay, in the same way with trading and profit and loss account, we have to credit all income and gain, we have to debit the expense and losses. Here also we should use 2 pages. Okay, debit side all income and expense, all loss and expenses we have to enter. Okay, and the first item will be that model. Okay, the first item will be, this is looking like a T, isn't it? So this one is called a T account. In short, we used to call it T account. That means 2 pages account. Okay. Here, credit side, it will start with by gross profit brought down. There we have studied, we have done problems, isn't it? There what we have written, to gross profit carried on. So we should not write, but in the same next line we have to take like this. Okay, because trading and profit and loss account is a single account. Okay, one account only we will show. The first part, this is the second part of the income statement, we can say. Income statement only, trading and profit and loss account. So it is second part only, but not the second account. Okay, so first part we have completed trading account. So in the next line we have to write by gross profit brought down, if it is gross profit. But if it is gross loss, in one exercise we have got gross loss, isn't it? So if it is gross loss, it will start with to gross loss brought down. Okay, then here all the expenses, here which expenses we have to write? Already in the trading account we have written all the direct expenses. So here all the indirect expenses we have to post. Okay, all the indirect expenses we need to post. Here, what are the indirect expenses? All that office and administration expense, all the expenses that is spent inside the office and for the administration purpose, office and administration expenses. Then selling and distribution expenses related to the product. Okay, selling and distribution expenses. These 4 are called the indirect expense. Then some other expense, any other indirect expense. Okay, we will learn what are the office and administrative expenses. All the expenses that is related to the office. For here, for example, we will pay salary for the office staff, isn't it? Then we may pay rent for the office or the electricity charges for the office, isn't it? Then printing and postage, we may post some letters related to the mail. Okay, that one, printing and postage. Then any audit fees. Okay, then any legal charges, any office equipments, if we that make repairs we have done, or depreciation on the office equipments. So all these will be considered as office and administrative expenses. Then all the expenses related to selling and distribution expenses. For selling, what are the expenses we will incur? Example that related to the sales. Uh, we may carry the goods to the market. That one is called carriage outward. I told you carriage inward is that amount that we pay to bring the goods to the our place, okay, business place. Then from the business place to the market we need to carry the goods. That is called selling expense, okay, that carriage outward. Then in advertisement charges or commission that we pay for the salesman, okay, or that any when we that bad debts, that is a loss, isn't it, or packing charges, all these are considered as selling and distribution expenses, okay. Then any other expenses or losses, okay. So we may pay some loan, we might have taken some loan, and for that we need to pay interest, so interest on loan. Then we might have sold some fixed assets, there if we have incurred any loss, if we sell the fixed assets less than the price of the book value, then we will incur loss, so loss on sale of fixed asset. Then any other that depreciation on the fixed asset, okay. Then any loss due to fire, theft, all these are considered as the other indirect expenses, okay. Again, on the credit side it starts with gross profit, then other income and gain, okay. All income and gain. What are the income and gain? What are the income we will see, okay. If we receive any interest on investment, if we have invested some amount in some securities, monthly or yearly we will receive some interest, that interest on investment. When we receive any rent, okay, rent earned, then discount if we receive, commission if we earn, interest earned, then dividend received, all these are the indirect income. Then what are the gains? Gains are that we have heard here one loss, isn't it? That one loss on sale of fixed asset. If we get profit on sale of fixed asset, that is a gain, okay. Or if we sell any investment, if we have sold that one for profit, that also called that indirect gain, okay. Then how to close this profit and loss account? If the credit side, the income and gain are more than this expenses, that is called net profit. Net profit, we have to write net profit transferred to capital account. We have to add this net profit to the capital account, okay. If the debit side are more, then we will get the difference will be here, it will be less, so here we should write by net loss transferred to capital account. So if it is a net profit, it will increase the capital account, so we need to add this net profit in the capital account in the balance sheet, okay. But here if it is net loss, it will reduce this capital, so in the balance sheet liability side we should deduct the net loss from the capital. Understood? Okay. So now we will do the problem, okay. Exercise. Yesterday we have completed 6 problems, okay. Then now today we will learn the 7th one. We have to use both the pages, okay. Here I cannot show the full page, okay. So 3/4 only I could show. So I will start from here. Okay. 7. From the following details, prepare profit and loss account. So here we can write, since they have asked profit and loss account. P and L capital letter A. For the year ended. They are also trading account for the year ended. You have to write here, no dates given, isn't it? So leave it. First item, gross profit. So where it will appear? On the credit side by gross profit. 50,000. Then office rent, it is an expense, so we should write to office rent 10,000. Depreciation on office assets. There is one order, that means first we should write office expenses, then administrative expenses, then selling expenses, then fourth one distribution expenses, fifth one other expenses, okay, and losses. But here if you go on for that order, you may miss some of the items, okay. So you don't go for the order, you write from the beginning of the problem what are the expenses given. You don't leave which side it will come, you write it. Okay, 2 items we have written. The third item, depreciation on fixed assets, it will come on the debit side. So depreciation on office assets 8,000. Discount allowed, it is also one loss. Discount allowed 12,000. Advertisement, along with every expenses you have to write 2, okay, 2 advertisement 4,000. Audit fees 1,000. Interest received, it is an income, so by interest received 2,000. Discount received discount received 3,000. Carriage outward, it is an expense 2,500. Insurance on office building expense you write full word, okay. General expense 3,000. Freight inward is a direct expense, isn't it? That means that carriage inward. Carriage outward is an indirect expense, but carriage inward is a direct expense. Okay, it will not appear. Just to confuse you, they have given that item. If you write all the items, you will get the wrong answer. For that purpose only they have given. Okay, whether you know everything thoroughly, they want to check you. So here, I think mostly credit side item only more. When you write add the total, you add with the pencil, okay, then you will not make any mistake. 30, then 55. Write the same thing here. Okay, here they have given the answer net profit, so we know that it is net profit. But for the exam you do not know, so you cannot write with the pen. Sometimes this amount will be more, okay. So unless you know it very well, you use the pencil for writing the amount. Okay, write the amount with the pencil, then you can rub and write it. It is correct. Okay. Then 2, net profit transferred to capital account. Right. Okay, 0, 0. Here 5 plus 5, 0. So 10, 0. Balance 1, 4, 7, 9, 10, 14, 16, 24. 24 plus 1, 25. Balance 2, 3, 4. So 1. So what is the answer? 11,000. You have got. Okay, when you write with the pencil and write, then it will be correctly, you can write it correctly. Okay, so next exercise we will do 7, 8. From the following information, prepare profit and loss account for the year ending 31st December 2016. Okay, here gross loss due. So, question, that answer you write. First you write the number, then heading, profit and loss account. You can write in the same line, but here the space is less. That is why I am writing 2 lines. Okay, for you 2 line will be there in the books of first line. Then from the left side you start profit and loss account for the year ended till the end of the next page. 2 pages you can use. So profit and loss account for the year ended, ending given. Okay, whatever it is, what is given there you write. 31st December fully you write. 2016. Okay, first one gross loss. So it will come to gross loss 60,000. So when we write the trading account, here we should write brought down. Okay. The next item, promotional expenses 5,000. Distribution expenses 15,000. When you write the amount, you write digit wise. Okay, correctly you write. You see, it is very easy to add. Okay, don't write all the amount in the rough paper and add. Don't do that one. Okay, as I do, you have to try to do. Okay, then commission paid 7,000. Interest on loan paid 5,000. Packing charges 4,000. Dividend received, so it is an income, isn't it? By dividend received 3,000. Then printing and stationery 2,000. Legal charges 5,000. Charges 5,000. Then bad debts 1,000. Then depreciation 2,000. Rent received 4,000. Loss by fire not covered by insurance. So loss on fire 3,000. It is a loss. See, here debit side is more, income is very less. So we will get this very clearly given. See, that's only 7,000. Here many loss. So expenses are more. So you write the debit side total cost. Okay, add and write 1030. Then fourth digit. Okay, 5, 6, 11, 13, 17, 22, 29, 34, 39. 3, 4, 4 plus 6, 10. 1,09,000. Right, 1,09,000. Then by net loss transferred to capital account. Okay, so right. 1,09,000 minus 7,000, 1,02,000. Okay, 7 plus 2, 9. Balance 1. Not balance 1. Then 0, 1. Okay. Then ninth one, they have asked to prepare both the accounts together. Okay. Here prepare trading and profit and loss account. Okay, so we have to write Mr. Ganesh in the books of Mr. Ganesh. That you have to write first. First number, then heading. In the books of Mr. Ganesh. Then trading and profit and loss account. It is one account only. Okay. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ending. It is not given. So just to put a dash. Okay. Now we will prepare. First one, opening stock. So now you remember the trading account. What is the first item? 2, opening stock, 8,000. Then 2, purchases. Purchases given. You search for any purchase returns or return outward is given. So no returns, isn't it? So 2, purchases, 22,000. Then direct expenses. Okay, expenses on purchases, fourth item. So that is expense on purchases, 2,500. Then any expenses related to that direct expenses, find out. Bad debt, trade expense, trade expenses, I think it will come. Okay, trade expenses. Trading account, trade expenses. Selling, okay, all the other things. Trade expenses, how much? 1,200. Then credit side, by sales, 42,000. No returns. Then closing stock, outside the columns given. Okay, 4,500. Okay, you have written everything. Here, trade expenses, I have doubt, it may not come. Because trading account we can trade expenses. So if you take this one, we have to write one note. Okay, trade expenses are considered as direct expenses. Okay, here we will add and write 46,500. Then 2, gross profit carry down 0, 0, here 7 plus 8, 15, balance 1, 9, 11, 13, 14, plus 2, 16, balance 1, 3 plus. Okay, there in the book answer 14,000 given. They have considered this trade expenses as indirect expenses. Okay, we have never seen any expenses in the book as trade expenses as the indirect expenses. No, because office administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, and other gain and loss. Other loss or income. Other expenses and loss only indirect expenses. Here trade expenses given, so we have taken in the trading account. Okay. So at last we can write trade expenses are considered as direct expenses. Now we will write like this only, we have to write. Next line, by gross profit brought down 12,800. Then other item, what we have left out you have to write now. Stock purchase, sales expense on purchase, financial charges paid. So 2, financial charges 3,500. Then expenses on sale 1,000. Bad debts. First letter capital letter. Okay, bad debts 1,200. Discount allowed 600. Commission allowed 1,100. Selling expense 600. Repairs on office vehicles 600. Now there 12,800, here may be less, isn't it? So here 12,800. 12,800. Now we will find out 7, 13, 14, 20, 26, 28, balance 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 4, 12. Net profit correct 4,200. 2, net profit, sorry, not able to see, isn't it? Net profit transferred to capital account. Okay, 4,200. So we have completed the trading, this profit and loss account. Tomorrow I will explain the balance sheet. Okay. Today I think we can mark some of the question answers. Okay. We mark and read the question answers. Write a note on trading account. Write a note on trading account. It is given in page number 90 in my book. Okay, trading account. In the beginning, trading account. trading account, the first line, I will read you market. Trading refers to buying and selling of goods with the intention of making profit. 1 point. Then trading account is a nominal account which shows the result of buying and selling of goods for an accounting period. So 2 lines. Okay, this is 2 mark question. Then next second one, third one, these two are that next balance sheet question. Okay, leave it. Then what is meant by purchase returns? That one in the next page. Under the heading purchases and purchase returns. Here the question is, what is purchase returns? Second line, goods purchased which are returned to suppliers are termed as purchase returns or returns outward. That's all. Only one sentence. Then name any two direct expense and indirect expense. Next page. Okay, direct expenses. Direct expenses, under the heading direct expenses A, B, C, D up to G they have given. There you write any two. The first one carriage inward or freight inward, second one wages. If they ask two direct expense, then two indirect expense. That one under that profit and loss account. Okay, that in my book it is in page number 100. Under the profit and loss account you check. Indirect expense, today we have learned office and administrative expense, selling and distribution expense. Or you can write any two items, either this printing and post, the telegram, or this office rent, salary to office employees. Okay, then promotion of sales and distribution of goods, advertisement, any two you can write. Okay. Then sixth one, mention any two difference between trial balance and balance sheet. That we have not come across. Okay. Then objectives of preparing trading account. It is in page number 91 under trading account. Okay, objectives. Objectives here they have given us the need for preparing the trading account. That one only they have given as objectives, the purpose. Okay. So there are 3 points given. Those 3 points you write. Okay. If they have asked for only 2 marks, heading itself will do, isn't it? Then need for preparing profit and loss account. It is in page number 99. Today what we have learned, what are the need? We can calculate the net profit. Okay, then that comparison of profit. There are 4 points given. Those 4 points you mark. Okay. Then short answer. What are final accounts? What are its constituents? In my book, page 86. Okay. What are final accounts? The first paragraph, last sentence. Okay, first paragraph, last sentence. The final accounts are usually prepared at the end of the accounting period on the basis of balances of ledger accounts shown in the trial balance. That is final accounts. Okay. Then constituents, that one you have to write like this. The final accounts or financial statements constitute the following: A and B. Okay, up to here. Okay, short answer. Then what is meant by closing entries? Why are they passed? 87. what are closing entries. Okay, that day I taught you this one. Closing entries only we have not learned. That one, if we, that purchase returns and the trading account, you see profit and loss account. If we know, if we learn all the accounts, then it will be easy for you when you read, you will find out. Okay, now the closing entries meaning. See, I have written here with the pencil. Entries which are prepared on the last day of the accounting year are called closing entries. Okay, then write the next point. Balances of all the nominal accounts are required to be closed on the last day of the accounting year to facilitate the preparation of trading and profit and loss account. It is done by passing necessary closing entries in the journal proper. Okay, that one, 2 points, that is enough. Then any one entry if you need, you can write also. Then what is meant by gross profit and net profit? Gross profit in page number 93. Gross profit under trading account. Okay, see, trading. The difference between from here till here. Okay, difference between the totals of two sides of the trading account indicates either gross profit or gross loss. If the total of the credit side is more, the difference represents gross profit. On the other hand, here they have asked only the gross profit. That is why we have not marked this sentence. Okay. Then gross profit or gross loss is transferred to profit and loss account. That you can, here no need to write gross loss. The gross profit is transferred to profit and loss account. Gross profit is equal to sales minus cost of goods sold. That sentence also you write. Then the next part, the net profit, isn't it? Net profit, closing of profit and loss. After debiting indirect expense and loss, that one up to here, okay, termed as net profit. Then the last sentence, net profit or loss is transferred to capital account. Okay, that's all. That no need to study by heart because we are doing the problem, you will know. This one related to balance sheet, tomorrow's portion. Okay, balance sheet portion, we are not marking. Advantages of preparing balance sheet also. Okay, then all these related to balance sheet only. Okay, we will mark in the next class. So here we have completed all the problems. That depreciation problems, I think you might have tried. If there is any doubt, you ask. Call. I have given the number to you, or you can get it from your friends. Now I will tell 94877911185. Okay, dial this number and ask, clear your doubts. Okay, students. Thank you very much.